Gather round, my friends, and let me tell you a spine-tingling tale that happened on a dark, eerie Halloween night, deep in the heart of a haunted forest. This is the legend of the cursed pumpkin patch. Long ago, in a forgotten corner of the woods, there lay a hidden glade where nothing grew but pumpkins. It was known as the Pumpkin Hollow, and locals believed it to be cursed. They whispered stories of how, under the full moon's pale glow, the pumpkins would come to life. One year, a group of daring teenagers decided to test the legend and set up camp near Pumpkin Hollow. They laughed off the spooky stories and began toasting marshmallows over their campfire, oblivious to the creeping dread that was about to descend. As the night wore on, the full moon rose in the sky, casting an eerie light over the glade. Suddenly, the pumpkins started to shake and tremble. One by one, they rolled off their vines and began to hop and bounce toward the campfire. The teenagers watched in sheer terror as the pumpkins formed into grotesque, grinning faces, their eyes aglow with a malevolent light. The leader of the group, Sarah, screamed in fear, but it was too late. The pumpkins encircled the campfire, dancing and chanting in a haunting, discordant melody. Their faces contorted into sinister expressions, their mouths curling into malevolent grins. The once friendly campfire flickered and turned a sinister shade of blue. The teenagers tried to escape, but the pumpkins blocked their path, rolling closer and closer. One by one, they were captured, their screams swallowed by the eerie pumpkin chant. The pumpkins, now animated by an evil force, began to close in on Sarah, their grinning faces illuminated by the unnatural blue fire. Just as Sarah felt her doom approaching, a voice broke through the chaos. It was an old hermit who had long lived on the outskirts of the forest. He carried a lantern carved from a gourd, and it emitted a soft, warm light. The hermit had heard the teenagers' desperate cries and arrived just in time. With a wave of his hand, the hermit banished the evil force that had possessed the pumpkins. They slumped to the ground, lifeless and inanimate. The campfire returned to its friendly, crackling state. The hermit warned the teenagers to never again meddle with Pumpkin Hollow, for the legend was true. The pumpkins were cursed, and under the full moon, they came to life with an insatiable hunger for the living. The teenagers, grateful for their rescue, left Pumpkin Hollow that night, swearing never to return. And as for the cursed pumpkin patch, it remained dormant, waiting for the next foolhardy souls who dared to test the legend on another dark and eerie Halloween night. I hope you all have a good night's sleep. If this story scared you, please subscribe the channel.